What kind, boy?
Yo, we got Thomas G inside the car theft capital of America. Shout out Thomas G.
32 Adam has the handle 32 DSS 417, Hopple 211 Hawthorne Boulevard
Always
in
got
Lennox
bang
Boulevard
over
in Lennox. Last being northbound Hawthorne and out of view.
Where they at? I said Hellcat already. I'm a predict Atlanta, bro. Nah, car theft capital of America. That shit probably Detroit or some shit. Or Baltimore, bro. I know they crazy out there.
But whoever owned this car, what about them?
Oh, I hope they have insurance.
Today we venture into the car theft capital of America, which depending on which list you look at, California cities Bakersfield and Los Angeles reign supreme. But make no mistake, this is a nationwide issue in cities like Denver, Portland,
I get LA though. LA
and Albuquerque
crazy,
are
boy.
also good at making your car
They
disappear.
say South Africa, but fucking dangerous. I
We
feel
head
like
to
LA is
California and we
fucking.
interview the guys
Cause you
involved
don't
in
know
the
what the
shadowy
fuck is gonna
underworld.
happen
We talk
in
to men in
LA,
charge
bro.
of cleaning VIN numbers, thieves who use
You
police
don't know what's
scanners
gonna
to
happen,
complete
yeah,
their
but-
mission, and crews who in the dead of
think I'm
night
just
take
used
cars
to
into
that
the hills to dismantle the car and sell it
But
for
in
scrap
LA,
money.
bro.
Sometimes it feels like the world has become one big
like a whole
GTA
different
server
world out
where the
there,
rules don't apply and your car is someone else's payday. Folks, over 1 million cars were stolen in 2023, so we are talking about a massive and lucrative underground economy. Today we dive into the minds
I forgot to make my fucking.
mindset of the car thief and explore how they do it, what drives them, and the impact their actions have on the rest of us. Furthermore, we get the perspective of a Bakersfield police detective who has spent his career fighting this, and we also speak to people who have had their car stolen. Buckle up, folks, let's get this thing started. New merch is on the site, trucker hats, t-shirts, pants,
I ain't gonna let Tommy G is a much as
fresh,
fire,
it's
bro.
for you. If you want it, TommyGMiggy.com. I appreciate you. And now,
Nah, I remember
to
the
video.
t-shirts you dropped. The t-shirts you dropped was up with that fucking graphic t-shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just touched down in Bakersfield, California, because right now we are investigating the car theft capital of America. When you Google car theft capital of America, two places usually come up: Bakersfield, California, Los Angeles, California. And we believe
What's South Africa? Car dev capital South Africa. It's all three cities that I expected to be our own light. Not cities, fucking provinces.
that they're intertwined, and we got some investigative work
The-
to
the
do
big
here.
three,
We'll
that's
have to
our
meet
big
up with
three,
some
boy.
night crawlers that listen to the
They've
police
been very
scanners,
well
look
kicked
for
out.
the action, and dive into the stolen car world from an angle we haven't seen before. So folks, join us as we go boots on the ground and show you how Bakersfield, Los Angeles, the stolen cars, stolen guns, the takeovers, and all of that are interconnected. In Bakersfield, California, criminal activity has gotten so prevalent that it has produced a nightcrawler type of streamer, many of them in fact, and they listen to the police scanner and cruise through the night to chase sirens and videotape the action. We pull up now and meet a few of those guys.
This is like a fucking movie, boy.
Let's see if we get something good today.
That's a fucking crazy long name, boy. Bakersfield Street
Let's see if we get something good today.
That name too long, boy.
Hey, you there?
In here.
Keep me posted on anything. All right, let's see what we get. Let's see what we get.
The fuck is that shit?
Right. Alright, let's see
He's so villain. He's so Batman,
let's see what we
boy.
get. All right, peace. We're en route to a expanded traffic collision. We don't know the extent of injuries yet. We're about 3 minutes out.
No, the soul is actually Batman. Crazy.
Might be minor.
Yeah. I've never heard of a car thief stealing a minivan, so I think we should be fine, but you never know. Let's meet up with these fellas.
This is the Avengers they got out
People
there.
have their own little operation here, listening to the police scanner because so much crazy shit goes down here, or what?
Dude, you have no idea. I mean, it's crazy. 24 hours a day.
How long have you guys been doing this for?
I
Fat
started,
boy.
I think, in 2020 on my own channel, and then since converted over with him. So we've
I've been doing it for 5 years.
In the 5 years, have you noticed car theft being a theme in the city?
It's been crazy. You heard of the Kill Boys?
Yeah, I have.
So there's local Kia boys here. We've got videos. We work cases on them all the time.
This is Scott Wood. He's a seasoned Kern County detective who has spent much of his career on the Auto Theft Task Force. He's busted many car thieves in his day, and he knows firsthand the consequences a stolen car has on a person. Here was his take on what's happening.
And the problem is,
Damn, at least you're going to jail with a clean cut. Never mind, it's not.
On a person. Here was his take on what's happening.
and the problem is, a lot of them are juveniles. So California has changed laws, so now we can't interview any juvenile.
Why does all got
with
one glove on,
California's-
bro?
Here was his take on what's happening.
If you,
And the problem is,
so you're just gonna touch it with that one hand. What if you need?
a lot of them
this
are
is-
juveniles.
this is-
So California has
these- why these
changed laws, so
motherfuckers get
now
caught, bro?
we can't interview any juvenile
Motherfucker
without
trying to be Michael
first
Jackson,
speaking to
bro.
an attorney. So it used to be we could advise them of their rights with or without their parents, and if they want to talk to us, they could talk to us. Well, now, so it used to be we could advise them of their rights
Arrested again after.
with or without their parents, and if they want to talk to us, they could talk to us. Well, now you have to contact an attorney, so you contact a public defender before you can interview the kids.
So for juveniles, it's kind of
for
a get out of
juveniles,
jail free card.
it really is.
Do you think these guys are stealing them for a profit or stealing them for fun?
I think for fun.
Probably for fun, maybe a profit. I don't know. Can't really say.
What's the reputation of the Bakersfield police?
For a minute there, they were trigger happy. I don't know. I could say they're assholes, I guess.
Do you think they are good at stopping
Man.
car theft?
All the police in fucking America
90%
is
of the stolen
assholes.
cars are found by the owner or somebody's friend.
What? How have you seen car theft impact the community over the last few years?
For some people financially, you know, if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of money and you count on that vehicle to get you to and from work, and you parked it there last night, you go out to get in the car the next morning and it's not there, that person might use that car to drop their kids off to go to school, then they go to their job. You know, depending on your income level, if you can't afford the best insurance, your vehicle might not be getting replaced. You may just have the minimum on there for damages. I can say that it's gotten a little bit better. This year right now we're trending to be number 3 in the nation per capita for auto theft. Last year we were number 3. A year prior to that we were number 2, and the 3 years prior to that we were number 1. So we're making progress on our part at least, but the trend is auto thefts have been going up. This year, or at least for this quarter so far, year to date, for the first 3 quarters, we're actually down about 9%. So that's a plus.
We're going out into some remote locations. It's a little bit sketchy. I got in contact with a car thief who was open to showing me his stash spots he had for stolen vehicles. The catch was this: we had to follow him for miles, and he eventually brought us to some rural foothills in the middle of the night, far away from anyone. I knew very
From pause to record.
follow him for miles, and he eventually brought us to some rural foothills in the middle of the night, far
There's
away
some
from
area
anyone.
51.
I knew very little about this guy
I'm
other
not
than he
going
was
out here,
armed
bro.
and a professional at this. The further we went, the more I wondered if this was a good idea. Going on, brother?
What's up, fellas?
Good to meet you, local.
Got you, man. You too.
How'd you get the name Local?
Hell no, boy.
Do crazy shit.
What?
Tell me what
So
we got.
What left to nowhere?
started out as a
With a ski mask
as
on,
a,
boy. With a hoodie on, boy. With a in a
Machines
bun.
left.
I mean, it looks like it.
What fucking bullet holes,
People
bro?
come up here and shoot it.
Yeah, it's been kind of right here for a minute.
There's kind of, I feel like there's 2 lanes of the car theft business. There's the Kia boys that kind of do it for the fun and for the thrill and don't make any money off it. And then there's the more serious professionals. Tell me about from start to finish, like the economics behind this thing. Once you take it and bring it here.
It was drove out here, so you got a running complete truck. Doors come off, front end comes off, fender bolts come out, and we literally cut the frame right at the front of the truck. Take the whole motor, train, everything all at one time.
How long does it take to bust it down to where you need it to be?
2-3 hours. Couple little flashlights, headlights. Other than that, the light of the moon.
And is this a one-man job, or what kind of crew does it?
Usually there's like 2 or 3 of us.
What can one of these bring in parts if you sell it all off?
$1,500 to $2,500.
That's not
depending
that
on
much.
kind of
I thought it would be more.
what's
Alright.
needed, what's good, depending on the mileage. Usually some motors use 5.3s, and the 4L60 transmissions are a hot commodity, so those are anywhere from $500 to $1,500 for motor and training combo with wire harness.
And then you're selling this to chop shops, you're selling this to people.
We're selling it to a speed shop, guys that need motors for cars, for motor swaps, a lot of the, and then as far as like body part wise, you're looking at guys who need a clean bed for their truck, or they need doors for their truck that aren't beat up, or fenders, hood, whatever.
curious. You seem to really know your way around cars.
I feel like
Why not
this is
just open a
too
mechanic
much
shop?
work
Buying trucks for
for
like
too less. Like this,
like
there's other shit you
$50
can
or something.
steal. There's
That's
other.
expensive.
If you
So
want
part of
to
it's the
leave
adrenaline,
it
part
out,
of
you
it's
know what I'm
the
saying?
money.
Like,
Yeah.
there's so much
A lot of
other shit
stuff
you
like-
can do. You can make more shit quicker.
Shit, so.
What about the
I
people
feel like
whoever
this is so much work,
own
though.
this car? What about them?
I hope they have insurance.
One, that's assumption on their part, because the law may say in California that you're supposed to have insurance, but not everybody does have insurance. You know, because like say some people are struggling, or maybe they're behind. What if that's that month where you had to choose between paying rent and paying your car insurance, so you let the insurance slide, thinking you'll catch up on
That's
it later.
fucked.
And
That's just
the
the
month when you
universe
have
out to
get
get
hit,
you,
and now
boy.
you don't have insurance.
Does it surprise you to see Bakersfield at the top of the list for some lists for car theft?
There's other stuff that's pretty high for Bakersfield, but I didn't think our car stuff was that high. But there for a while, if you got caught driving a stolen car, you were out of jail the next morning. You don't see me drive around a stolen car flexing. I don't do that.
Straight business.
Yeah.
Is this a dangerous job?
Yeah, because all it takes is the helicopter to fly over one time. With a spotlight, and you're out here with the trailer and the torch, and they see what you're doing. Yeah, cops are coming. And then you gotta get out here in these hills and run.
Have you ever had to run from a helicopter?
Helicopter, no. I've ran from the police department.
How many nights a week do you spend out at a place like this?
I've kind of slowed down a little bit, with family and all that type of shit, but 3 or 4 trucks a month during the prime of it. Like I said, there's only 2 or 3 of us, and I don't like storing a lot of shit. So when you got a whole truck taken apart in your property, at your house or your garage, driveway, whatever, and kind of people, neighbors and shit start questioning, and I don't like all that. So
What else do stolen cars lead to?
Stolen cars are used in a lot of other offenses. So if a person's going to go commit a robbery or do a drive-by shooting or something like that, if you use a stolen vehicle, then it's not traced back to you.
I have a theory that a notable portion of guns get to the hood back through stolen cars right now, especially for the really young guys.
We have that occasionally. It's not as high amount as you would think. Most of the guns that we come across here, you know, when we find out where they came from, you know, the guys, it's usually from like a residential burglary. You know, if you go on vacation, somebody notices your newspapers piling up out front, or your mail hasn't been picked up, so they know the house is vacant for a while. They break in, you've got a safe in there. They'll steal the whole safe, and if you've got 25 handguns in there, that's 25 guns hit in one deal. Of a car, typically, usually a guy may have one gun in the car.
How much are stolen cars connected to guns getting into the hood, you think? Because people steal cars with guns in them.
it happens a lot. Like I know somebody that their truck got stolen or broke into, and they had guns in the car.
Yo, there's guns everywhere in America, bro.
I ain't tripping. Yeah, I got 17 friends in my pockets.
Guys, I must tell you that the Patreon cuts from this episode are absolutely crazy. And by becoming a Patreon subscriber, not only do you get access to my best and uncensored clips, but you also support independent journalism, which is pretty badass, and I greatly appreciate. Link is in pinned comments. This is out of
I ain't tripping on that.
From an outside perspective, part of me really understands the thrill, but then when I look at the risk and the consequence of other people, like when you're stealing someone's actual car and they can't go to work or they can't get money from their job, like there are real things behind that.
Yeah, like I said, like knowing people who've had their car stolen. My brother had his truck stolen. Wake up in the morning, go out to work, and your shit's gone. I guess it's a statistic. It's,
That's
you
fucked.
fall in that category of your shit getting stolen.
So do you feel like in this economy, you're pushed to a point where you have to consider things like this?
Sometimes, yeah, because when you're not working, work is slow. You gotta do something to make some money.
Like, I guess when you first got into this, do you feel like you got into it more for the thrill of it or for the economics of it?
It is a adrenaline rush, like jumping in the truck and bouncing out of somebody's driveway or in front of their house or parked on the street in their apartments or something. But then it's like, when you're all done, it's like, okay, cool, I got some money in my pocket. Like, that was simple enough, let's go do it again.
Did you feel bad at the beginning afterwards?
Kinda, because then if, like, you get on Facebook or something the next morning, you see, like, oh, look, somebody, they got their truck stolen. Well, look, this is the truck we had last night. And people's on there talking about, oh, we can't go to work. And I try to stay away from that, because then that gets to your head. I hope, like, all this craziness that has come on within the last, I guess since the start of COVID, everything just went to shit. I hope and wish that sometime or another, things will kind of get back to what they were before that.
Well, I appreciate you taking us into the foothills and kind of showing us into this side of the business. Are there any other final thoughts you got?
Keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate you, brother.
going to all the
32
sources.
the Handle 32, yes, at 417.
I forgot where the fuck you was just now, bro.
Boulevard in Lennox, last lane northbound, Hawthorne and out of view.
Got that one, I got an SS.
116.
CHP. On overland. Forward to go back to the
This is tracking the helicopter, boy.
one. Not too long.
Talk more about like the scene of the helicopters, like how many can come out, how sketchy is it?
That's crazy.
About right after they get the call of like the stolen car, then after this they get the one call, one bird leaves, and then if it goes on to chase, two birds leave, then right after the two birds leave, like if the person leaves the car somewhere, then a third bird leaves. It's like the news helicopter, and then the news helicopter is reporting it to like, oh, blah blah blah, all this is like in this area. Then the police helicopters are looking for the passenger, because usually you're gonna pick up someone after you get the car and drive off, so someone has to look address to go, so the driver's not doing all the work. And then after the driver gets all done getting the trackers out, the tracker's right here, and then under the glove box there's one. You pull the fuse up front, and then it disables the OnStar. And then once the OnStar is disabled, the dealership company, the finance company, the OnStar company, everyone loses everything. So the data, the location of the car, the last location of the car, everything gets wiped. It's done. Then the car's free. You go about your day.
Bro, this is
The
what
number
I'm
of car
saying.
thefts is on the
This
rise.
shit-
In fact, it's actually
This shit is so
quadrupled in
much
some
work,
areas over
bro.
the past
You gotta
10
do all
years.
this, you gotta hack
I
your
want to
shit,
learn
bro.
the process of how to
There's so
VIN
much-
swap,
so
what
much
it
easier
looks
shit
like, what you
can
have
do
to
if you
think
go into
about,
illegal
and
shit.
because this is a key part of the journey of making the car go clean.
So the first steps of VIN swapping is you gotta come over here. Inside the door, there's gonna be stickers. There's gonna be this sticker right here with this VIN. And then take this sticker off, boom. You usually don't have to do that sticker, but if you want to, it's pointless. All the other stickers. Then you come over here, there's another one right here. So if you don't do that one, you get caught, boom. So you gotta block off this, get a new one, or cover it up. There's another one right here. There's gonna be a sticker on all the newer cars, all these stickers. Boom. That number right there. These numbers right here. Still going. This number right here. That's another VIN. Then on the back of the motor, back here, there's gonna be another one on the bottom, but you can't see it. After, you wipe it off, you get the new stickers, and then separate plates and everything, what's on it. Drive it, you get a new metal plate, and then it's your car.
Just really giving us like a step-to-step tutorial on this shit, boy. Damn.
We're here with Jacob. You've been a victim of car theft.
Yeah, they stole my truck, man. I just got back from live streaming one day. I was out feeding some dogs and I came home, went inside, sat down on my couch for about 20 minutes, and I heard my neighbor working on his car, and then I heard his car rev up. He has a really nice Mercedes AMG. I walked outside about 5 minutes later, realized I listened to them steal my truck. And they found my truck about an hour later being
I
gutted
thought your truck was a Mercedes AMG, boy.
over off the south side of town. They took catalytic converters off it, ripped my entire radio out, and did about $6,000 worth of damage. The sheriff's department were told that the guys that were breaking in, or that were gutting my truck, ran into a house right there, right where my truck was parked at. And when I showed up to get my truck back, I asked them, hey, are you guys gonna go in that house and get those guys and arrest them and press charges? And basically they told me, what's the point? Good old Bakersfield for you.
So how has this impacted your life, your truck getting stolen?
It cost me about, I don't know, an extra $5,000. But even better than that, last year, in the middle of August, I was moving out of my old house over here on the east side of Bakersfield because the theft has gone so high, so I wanted to move and go to a better spot. While I was in the middle of moving, my house actually got robbed, and they stole about $30,000 worth of stuff. They stole my Harley, my camping trailer, and gutted my entire garage.
If you could speak directly to a car thief right now, what would you
This
tell
one
them?
got the
You guys
worst
stole
luck
from
in
my
the
family
world,
and my
boy.
kids.
What?
Stop it. Knock it off. You guys are hurting. You're hurting children. My children go camping with me in my camping trailer in my truck, and I literally had to cancel a very big camping trip that was planned all year long because you guys stole my vehicle. I am no longer able to take my son on a mountain ride on my Harley Davidson because you guys stole my bike. You know, I'm no longer able to
Harley
fix certain things.
Davidson
I have to pay a
too,
mechanic
boy.
now because you guys stole, you know, thousands of dollars worth of tools that I cannot replace.
Shit.
How hard is the process of VIN swapping?
Takes about a month. Literally. You guys just get the stickers if you know the right people, if you know the supplier of the stickers, blank stickers of the vehicle that you're gonna get, and everything in the right sticker, because people do fake stickers and some of them look fake and you get caught up.
You need a place that for a month you can put a hot car.
Correct, because the cops can still plug in their scanner and they can get the old VIN from the ECU to it, and then boom.
So you just say numbers and then letters now,
You
boy.
have to wipe out the whole
The fuck
VIN
is a
from
ECU?
the ECU.
If you had to guess, how many VIN swaps do you think you've done?
Over 20.
Okay. Right now the game is hot, right?
Correct.
What makes it hot? How are people getting caught?
All the young people getting into it and then stealing the cars, lighting them on fire. But there's no point of that when you got a whole car right there you need to sell for all your money.
A lot of people say California is soft on crime and that makes people just down to do things because they know that's going to be a slap on the wrist.
Do you feel that way? Yeah, because I go steal a car, it's gonna be a slap on the wrist. I'm gonna be done. Like they're gonna take me in. I'll pay the fine. Boom, I'll be out the next day.
We've talked to a few gentlemen in the car business that they're like, well, if I'm driving around in a stolen car in California, I might get let out the next day, so there's not really a big deal to it.
Yeah, that there were some law changes a couple years back that made things a little bit more difficult for us. It's a concern. There's been some laws that just passed this time that's kind of changed a little bit of that, but
California was long known as a state that was soft on crime. However, with bipartisan support, California just passed Prop 36, legislation that was designed to be tougher on theft, imposing heavier penalties on crimes ranging from car theft to smash and grabs. For example, look here as these two thieves learn that what they did is car theft to smash and grabs. For example,
we must stay focused, brothers.
look here as these two thieves learn that
we
what
must
they did
stay
is
focused,
no longer a
brothers.
slap on the wrist.
That's a felony? New laws. Stealing is a
So
felony.
I just seen a motherfucking video of a girl that was a
It
fucking
seems there is a
secret
shifting tide in
informant, boy.
California in which the hardworking
And
people finally
she
feel
was
like they are
buying
being
from the dealer and
represented
the
and
dealer tried
protected
to
rather than the criminal being enabled.
like, our jail,
Oh shit.
it's got plenty of bed space out there. Problem is that they don't have enough deputies. You have to have so many, people over there to watch however many inmates. Well, if you can't hire enough people to supervise the inmates, then you can't fill those beds. So even though they'll have bed space over there, we can't hold people in.
So if you get caught with a stolen car, you're out the next day.
Yeah,
Do you find that crazy?
yeah.
If the laws were harsher, do you think you'd be less likely to be doing this?
No, I'll still be doing it.
What got you into this?
My friends.
And why? Like, what's worth the risk for you?
I don't know. That's hard. That's a hard question.
Do you just enjoy the adrenaline rush?
Correct.
Would you say that when you're taking your car, it's sometimes the most alive you ever feel?
Yeah. Like you're all there because you got to be all there. Because one up and you're done.
There's probably a single mom whose car got stolen without insurance that she uses that to get to work.
Correct. I don't feel bad for them because they shouldn't have left it like sitting where it was or how it was. If the door was unlocked, boom, that's their loss.
Okay, because there are some people, like we just talked to a guy in Bakersfield a couple days ago that his camper got stolen.
Yeah.
His family camping trip that he takes his children on,
Yeah.
out the window, it's canceled.
Like,
You really feel 0% bad?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Okay.
That's
It's
like,
their fault.
that's kinda
They
crazy,
left their
though.
car right there.
So how does the average citizen of Bakersfield suffer when car theft?
You have one, the financial loss from her. I mean, that's going to impact them quite a bit. The other thing, though, is for some people, it can be an very emotional and stressful situation. Some people may
what
feel traumatized
motherfuckers
from
going
it.
through.
It's being victimized, and especially if you thought that you lived in a secure, like, oh, I live in a nice neighborhood, I never would have thought that, and then they realize that hits home.
How much money can someone stand to make on a deal, just one of these cars?
From VIN swapping it or before VIN swapping it.
I guess your cut of the action, like,
And a night, probably 2K.
and just quick money.
Yeah, it's quick money. And you can do whatever with the money.
Actually, 2K
Some
one
people
night
call
is
either
crazy.
LA or Bakersfield the stolen car capital of America.
Correct, it is.
Yeah?
Yes.
Does it surprise you?
Yeah, because they could be coming out here.
Yeah, 2K in one
like
night
where
is
all these
crazy.
like like lucky
But how many O's?
but then they're gonna have to like
Is that
a
2K for
valley
yourself?
risking it, driving all the way down an hour through the
Damn, I might have to take back what I said before.
They
That's
could get caught up right there through CHP. And
like 20K. That's more.
How
That's like
much
30K
is
in one night.
the stolen car
30K
scene
in
and the
one night.
takeover scene overlap? Do they kind of go hand in hand?
Yeah, they both go together because if you're not from the takeover scene, you're not gonna be they both go together because if you're not from the takeover scene, you're not gonna be stealing a car. That's what like fuels the fire, the takeovers. So if it wasn't for all the takeover kids, all the people who steal
On
cars.
some real shit though, what is that plastic gonna do, bro?
Up right there, driving all the way down, luxury cars.
Damn, how far back?
Yeah,
Hey, fuck it.
in the car. That's what like fuels the fire, the takeovers. So if it wasn't for all the takeover kids, all the people who steal cars, all this stuff, they wouldn't say nothing.
My contacts in the car game told me if you want to understand car theft culture, you have to
I
look
need to
into
do a music video
takeovers.
like that
Takeovers
shit,
are
boy.
illegal
That
street
shit is
meet. To
so
understand
clean.
car theft culture, you have to look into the takeover scene. Takeovers are illegal street meetups where people gather sometimes by the thousands, shut down intersections, do donuts, and cut loose. On one end of the spectrum,
In
you
South
have
Africa,
well-to-do
it's like
car
the cops
enthusiasts who
pulling
like
up there
talk
with
shop,
fucking
hang out
joint
with their
that thing
car
with
meet
their
friends,
fucking
and these people
GTIs and
advocate
shit.
for legal pits
Fucking
to be made so they can drift their
GTIs,
car in
bruh.
peace. On the other end, you have some of the takeover guys that promote absolute lawlessness where people shoot guns and homicides happen, and some takeovers even end in rampages where they loot convenience stores and use mob violence on the employees. To better understand the overlap between car theft and takeovers, I call
That
my
shit is
violence
clean,
on the
boy.
employees. To better understand the overlap between car theft and takeovers, I call my car thief friend Felix, and he gives me his perspective. LA and the Bay Area have really strong takeover scenes. How much does the takeover world overlap with the car theft world?
Well, from my experience, it goes hand in hand. At least when I go to the shows, I don't take legally owned cars to go destroy them. I'll take strikers over there and go do crazy stuff in them and
We just seen this clip, Thomas G.
my car. I'm sure they all have the same mentality. Some of these kids, they don't even seem like they could afford some of these vehicles that they're crashing over there. It's like the whole criminal underworld comes together in one spot, and that's really what the takeovers are.
Because of how out of control takeovers have gotten, police in places like Tampa and New York have begun to fiercely crack down on these events. Let me know in the comments what you think about takeovers. I guess let me ask you this. What do you think it is culturally where it seems like more and more younger guys are just okay with stealing something?
What do you mean?
Like it seems like more and more people have a similar answer to you. Well, it's not my problem.
I don't care if it's
Single mom that now gets evicted, like it's not. How do we get to that point thinking like that?
because I have feelings for that mom, but at the same time, it's like she shouldn't have, like what I was saying. She shouldn't have left the car right there. She shouldn't have left the purse right there. She shouldn't have left her keys. If someone leaves their keys, because that happens a lot. People leave their keys in the car. Boom. You don't got to.
But you're taking this sometimes from people's own driveway.
Yeah. Like you just walk up.
What else are they supposed to do?
Out there, parking in the garage.
So unless they just have a lot of garage space, they're toast.
Yeah.
No, everyone has a garage,
State
man.
line
What?
brings feds in,
The
right?
fuck?
Do you have any suspicion that, like, how do you know that a guy Instagramming you is not a fed, or how do you know a guy that can take over is not a fed?
Because you have to know the people that you take the cars with, and then you got to know the people who you're giving the car to. We usually give the cars to the cartel. So you just give them all, you just take them down to Mexico. People come down to Mexico, and they drop them off.
You sell a car to a cartel?
Yeah,
How scary is that?
pretty scary.
I've been noticing
When I did it,
all these American motherfuckers be going to Mexico when the shit hits up for him, boy. What the fuck?
Driving them down to Mexico, and he just drops it off. Tijuana. Yes, correct.
How do you know you're dealing with a cartel guy?
Because they'll tell you, or like, it's pretty obvious. Like, they'll be like, blah, 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 I'm gonna have these people here, and then like, once they say, there's these people here, you already know. The whole gang. If it's not a gang, it's a cartel.
When you deal with guys like that, are they actually pretty chill, or is it
terrifying? It's terrifying.
Tell me more.
They usually have guns, they're all loaded, they'll be like, looking at you, they'll like look, like mad dogging you, so it looks like they're gonna rob you or something, but, and yes, they are chill, I'll have to go back to that, they are chill, but they're more chill in the state of fact of, they just want the car and they just want to go, they just want to be done with it, so that's why they're just chill, but if you do want up, boom, they're gonna switch up like that, and then you could be dead.
So today, folks, we spoke to the individuals involved and impacted by the business of car theft, and it left me thinking that there are many types of theft we still have yet to investigate on this channel. Wage theft, for example. We could talk about taxation, we could talk about jewelry,
Hey, shout out to Thomas G for the fucking video, boy. He always got fire videos.